Yet I actually click rather than stop the local recording, I hit the end stream button. I am an absolute idiot. So let me just make sure this is all up and going. Yep, for those who are rejoining, sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. I actually ended my stream. Well, either way, let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as a US player, we have Lucky Streelet. Stop Poulter? Spotting the north side as the Wehrmacht player, or no, that's Panzer Elite player, we have Drexen. You have these engineers are capturing up the fuel point, not big surprise, and not going for barracks just yet, or maybe is. I'm not so sure what he's planning on doing, because he's sort of dancing around a bit, so he has not gone for barracks just yet. So we may have something else going on. Nope, there's the barracks. A very, very far forward barracks.
Barracks complete, as ordered.
A rifleman being deployed now, so has gone for a triple engineer opener. Since this map is quite large, going for extra engineers wouldn't be half bad. And for those who are still in the stream, sorry about that. I actually hit the end stream button, not the end local record button. I do that way too often. Oops. Sorry about that.
Stand 2. Squad, pay attention.
Engineers are capturing this fuel point. Panzer Grenadiers eyeing for a deep dive. One Captain Graz is not eyeing for a lot of capping pressure, eyeing for more aggressive pressure. G43 squad's also here as well. He won't be able to tangle with that with 2 Panzer Grenadiers in the region. He needs a bit more than just a rifleman and a wounded engineer. Eyeing for the garrison, perhaps to jump forward? No, he's likely eyeing for the cutoff points. Or designed to force back the capping engineers. He looks like it's more of a kill team rather than a capturing team.
We got contact. Point capture.
These units are to make their way forward. The engineers eyeing to perhaps get inside the garrison. Yes, they do. Oh, on the left side, we got these rifleman squad roaming around. We got the engineers, Panzer Grenadiers, behind the heavy cover as well. Captain Grant eyeing to capture up that cutoff point, which will be cutting off nothing. Engineers are trying to buy time, and he will get inside of the garrison, no problem. Engineers will be falling back now. Now be a good idea to either split them up, capture, or push on forward once again. Rifleman squad's pushing the way forward. Looks like he's captured the VP. Yep. And the Rifleman squad will find the Panzer Grenadiers. You could hop inside this garrison. There's 3 windows on the side.
Munitions point is ours. Listen up, rifle squad. Point is ours. Engineer
And the engineers do capture the munitions point over here. We do have the riflemen making their way forward.
Tell us what you need us to do.
And he will be eyeing for that heavy cover right there. The Panzer Grenadiers are getting some great damage in. They do recommend to drop a pair of models there, but with the flamer there, it will easily go in favor towards the US player, but he did sustain a lot of damage for that advance. G43 squad will perhaps eye some good long-range damage in. The riflemen are quite wounded, but easily picked off by them. And the engineers, they don't hide around the train, so they'll have to advance through open ground there, but the riflemen are just eyeing to capture that point. Those who suppress the fire immediately gets pinned there. Rifleman squad will manage to fall back over here. We do have the Rifleman trying to cover that cutoff point, but the cutoff point over here, of course, was decaptured, denying all this income. Going point blank to the G43 squad, both sides will sustain a lot of losses. But with the Flamer nearby, the US player will win out the engagement once again. Kettengrad eyeing to capture some more and more points. Another Panzer Grenadier and G43 squad advancing. And we've got defenses, so he's gone for infantry doctrine. So switch over the Panzer Elite player, since we don't know what doctrine he's gone for just yet. And he has gotten two structures, the Kampfgruppe Company and the Panzer Jäger Command, likely out some 222s. Damaged engine there on to the Kettengrad. But it looks like we'll manage to crawl away. We also got these forces pushing their way forward as well. The Kettengrad could potentially go down. And the Panzer Grenadier is getting overwhelmed by multiple angles. We've got Riflemen beyond heavy cover as well. Flamer doing some great damage there, but will barely manage to escape on out of there. Good flank there by these Panzer Grenadiers, and the Kettengrad will likely escape out of all this. Riflemen start to make their advance. And here comes a Flamer Engineer, getting some great damage there onto the Panzer Grenadiers. However, the Flamer Engineers down to one last model. They do fall back in time. Riflemen are behind some heavy cover there, but they're getting way overwhelmed, and there's some heavy cover here as well. The Rifleman squad will not manage to stay around that area.
Have upgraded defensive operations.
Defensive operations, so now he does have access to healing, and a 222 is now being deployed on out. We do have a supply yard going down right there. We do have these engineers behind him, heavy cover, but they of course won't be able to fight against the 222. Right from here, not sure if there's any sticky bomb upgrade just yet, but we could see some Rangers. He has gone for the infantry doctrine. And the Kettengrad is not being camouflaged, so he has not selected Luftwaffe ground forces. Riflemen are inside this garrison, but they should be able to get overwhelmed by the multiple angles. The squad does fall back a bit early to make sure it doesn't get any manpower bleed. And the Kettengrad are going to be driving on by. The Kettengrad may actually go down, receiving some fire there. Does not go down. Panzer Grenadiers making the way forward. There are some US landmines here. Probably actually built. No, the engineers actually building them, or at least some tank traps. Riflemen are inside this garrison, but there's only, what, 3 windows on the side, so it's not a terrible garrison, but not a great garrison from that angle. I also got this Rifleman inside this building as well, which is only 1 window on that side, so it is a horrendous garrison. More G43 is being deployed on now. He has 3 squads G43 and a mortar half-track as well. And that Rifleman squad is still sending quite a bit of fire. The 222 has staying on a small amount of fire, but nothing too disconcerting. On the right side, Kettengrad getting forced back by the Riflemen. And we've got the Panzer Grenadiers at point blank with the one window on this side. Greyhound deployed. And now we do have the Strikeman squad slowly being picked away.
Objective under our control. Ready to move on.
Awaiting command.
Greyhound pushes his way forward, getting some good damage down the Panzer Grenadiers. This Rifleman squad has done enough for stalling. The two Flamer Engineers are pushing their way forward, should be able to force back that Panzer Grenadier no problem. And may potentially get a wipe there at this rate. Rifleman come behind and capture this point and then perhaps retreat.
We have lost a unit to the enemy's advances.
And the G43 squad, of course, does get wiped. There's a light TF track, mortar half track, and the 2-2 here. Mortar half track could perhaps eye the high ground. Light TF track fires but rolls a miss. We got some landmines been deployed on out. Fired a shot. Looks like rolled a miss. No, rolled a hit there on the light half track. The mortar half track is trying to engage that AT gun. Left side, you got some more Panzer Grenadiers capturing some points. Riflemen receiving some hits there. Engineers, ooh, good hit there by the Greyhound. Greyhound still has a damaged engine for the light ATF track.
Our munition stores are under attack.
And his engineers over here just captured some points. Riflemen over here have not been retasked. This is a cutoff point here, so this, even though the point's being captured up, it won't give any income. And now we do also have a Ford HQ here, giving some much needed healing and reinforcements.
Kampfgruppe is losing a munitions depot to the enemy. Our engineering has stepped even further ahead of our enemies.
Panzer Grenadiers making their advance. We'll find these riflemen. Ooh, and finds the landmine there. AT gun's trying to set on up, but it looks like it's out of vision. No, it is not out of vision. But does find a good angle there. And we'll go ahead and decrew the AT gun. The engineer squad may actually go down as well. The Flamer squad does go down. Greyhound's trying to come in support, but taking a sort of a horrible path to get there. Armor car does have a damaged engine there, and the armor car is engaging the AT gun itself. That's a kind of grand. Over here, we got the G43 squads overwhelming this Rifleman squad. They do decapture the point, but that's about it. Engineer will manage to escape on out of there, but barely. Another AT gun's pushed his way forward. This AT gun still has plenty of health, and there goes the light ATF track. Panzer Grenadiers are falling back. The mortar half track may receive some fire as well, but it has plenty of health to deal with. And good hits there onto the 2-2, leaving it very, very wounded. But we got AT hits are now deployed on out. Riflemen now receiving some fire there, and now we have some off-map power shoot now raining on in. Main gun damage, but doesn't actually damage the main gun. The garrison may survive the barrage, but we also have the Greyhound in the area. And there's a damage engine there on the AT Hetzer. Yep, the HQ barely managed to survive there, but the AT gun's sieging the building, so it'll likely go down. Damage engine there on the Greyhound as well, and there goes the forward HQ.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Our unit has been upgraded. Your order, sir?
Where's that light AT gun? There it is.
Supply lines are broken.
Looks like the light AT gun is engaged in this garrison? Or no, this hedge right here. Over here, we got the Kaliningrad severely wounded. The 222 could push on its way forward, allowing the Kaliningrad to capture the VP. Down here, we do got the AT gun, which of course will say you're dead to the Kaliningrad. But the G43s are coming for a nice little flank there. Laying down landmine there. It may have been fully complete, it may have been interrupted, not exactly sure. The AT gun's now receiving quite a bit of fire. He's trying to decrew that, allowing his 222s to push his way forward. And there we go, the 222 managed to finish it off anyways. Ooh, finds a landmine there, but it is not dead. Greyhound still has a damaged engine there, and finds a landmine there as well. AT Hetzer does roll a miss there. Another Greyhound has been blown out. The Greyhound's course can circle around the turretless Hetzers. A little bit too early to say GG. He lost 1-2, and he has still really good field control, so why do you think that would be the end of the game? Far too early. In fact, there's 2 AT Hetzers out in the field.
Let's get this.
And so mortar half track. Not to mention, he has 499 tickets. That's plenty of tickets to make to play around with. Good hits there on the rifleman. Greyhound here, fully healed, no main gun destroyed, no armored. Oh, yeah, there's armor skirts, never mind. So no damaged engine, no damaged gun. G43 squad may make his way forward. Of course, with the Greyhound in the area. I cannot speak today, and I cannot think. Ugh. ATSR does find a good hit there onto the Greyhound. On the left side, we do have, or the right side, we do have the engineers getting focused down by the G43s. It does get fully wiped there and falls on back. Over here, AT gun and rifleman are pushing the way forward with the support of the flamer engineer, who has that veteran C1. Good hit there on the rifleman. Light AT track deployed. And the Greyhound is now receiving a bit of repairs. This Greyhound, the one with the had damage engines, no longer has a damage engine. But AT Hetzer is now starting to engage as well. And also got an M2 howitzer now raining on in. This is relatively good grouping right here. Mortar half track severely wounded. Getting some good damage onto the Hetzers as well.
Panzer, we are losing a fuel depot to the enemy.
Ready.
Riflemen eyeing the getting that garrison. Perhaps just try to hold it for the time being.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Claymore engineers are falling him back. These riflemen are still being engaged by the 2-2. He will be forced on back. I don't think he'll get the VP. Yeah, he can't fall back before that. Anti-gun is a little bit wounded, so if Panzer Grenadiers will flank it, should be able to wipe it out quite quickly. On the right side, we've got the Greyhound here, another AT gun here.
Taking heavy fire.
Yep. So just 2 AT Hetzers. Rolls a miss there on the Greyhound, but does get a good hit there with the light TF track, but the light TF track does go down to the AT guns. Riflemen coming for a nice little flank there, drawing the fire of the Hetzers.
Panzer, we must defend the enemy's advances on our victory.
Ooh, direct hit there onto the Panzer Grenadiers. And gets a full squad wipe there. Next round does rain a little bit short. And Mortar Half Track and the 2 start to engage this rifleman over here. Maybe it'll get a squad wipe. No, they do not.
We have gained the ability to instruct the troops on tank awareness.
Engineers do have fallen back. Riflemen are not on the capture of the VP at just a moment. There's way too many G43s in this region. ATS are trying to push his way forward. We'll see some AT gun shots. Getting some good damage there. Greyhounds are getting some good hits on the Panzer Grenadiers as well. Mortar Half Track does decrew the AT gun. Very nice. This AT gun is still quite wounded, and now do have a M2 barrage into this general area. Direct hit there onto the Mortar Half Track and gains, almost gets a wipe there. Depends when the next round lands. Gets a squad wipe. He's not far enough, but looks like he canceled the barrage right there. Got another M2 now deployed on out. They're pretty tightly packed, but he's fighting against a player that doesn't have off-map artillery to call onto it. And this is, ooh, there goes the Mortar Half Track. Way too close to this barrage right here. Greyhounds rolling around. Maybe he'll get some good shots there onto the armored car.
Attention, the enemy advances.
Light TF Track does find a good hit there.
Good. A little more armor plate will help. Infantry contact.
And the Rifleman squad does fall back. Engineers here, only 2 models there, pushing the way forward. With 1 model now.
Territory from us. Achtung, the enemy is impacting. Come for Belair's victory point.
Trying to capture this victory point right here. It does fall back. He could have got the capture, at least the decapture, but didn't want to lose the extra manpower. AT gun does roll up bounce there. Light half track and Katagrad are in this region. Does get an engine destroyed correct there, but does lose the Greyhound or the light TF track in return.
Promotion of veteran sergeant is available for assignment.
ATATSO does get a good hit there onto the Greyhound. And does get suppressive fire there onto the engineers. Looks like that squad is severely wounded now. One model left. Multiple hits there onto the AT Hetzer as these AT guns are now receiving some fire there by the Panzer Grenadiers. There's also a US landmine here, which could make a difference. Maybe if the Panthers start rushing on forward.
We are losing a sector.
Not sure. Already home? I'm not so sure what he means by that. I know he has artillery at home, but I don't know. Greyhound still has a destroyed engine, but it's not immobilized.
We are losing territory.
Main gun destroyed. And there goes the Greyhound. He sort of threw that away. He could have just walked it back a little bit, but I guess not. AT-Hetzer could get some good shots there onto this Greyhound.
We are losing ground.
AT-Hetzer is severely wounded right there. Both of them are severely wounded. Both are falling back. Needs to get a lot of repairs in.
Kampfgruppe Leer can now use armor-piercing rounds.
Ooh, direct hit down those on that Hetzer.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Ooh. A fresh AT-Hetzer has been deployed on out. The carcass here was destroyed, so can't use Bergentika to recover it. Though could use Bergentika to recover the light ATF track here. Getting more models dropped there. Over here, the riflemen start making the advances. A lot of tank traps here deployed out by the US player. When he had time to do that.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Good hits there onto the AT gun. It does get another model drop there as well. Mortar is getting some good hits in as well. He will get the AT gun decrewed. He can get the AT gun fully destroyed with a couple more shots. Yep, he's focused firing the AT gun now, but rolling some misses. Maybe a good idea for the mortar half track to start barraging the AT gun so it prevented it from being recrewed. Good hits there on the rifleman. Greyhound's coming through the flank. Another AT gun's over here as well, but hitting some infantry. The gun itself does get decrewed, and one of the Hetzers actually goes down to the AT guns. Mostly to this one, 6 vehicles killed with that one. Or 4 vehicles killed with that one.
The enemy advances. Enemy fire.
Some good hit there with the artillery. One AT Hetzer, a fresh one remains. He does find some of the base Flak Irvings as
We
well.
have eliminated the enemy once more.
Looks like he's trying to hit that AT gun a little bit. Not really a great idea to do that for Panzer Grenadiers. They're best used against, say, the
The
infantry.
enemy is seizing our territory.
Engineer does go down. Greyhound here has engine damage. And it looks like he's still trying to hit that AT gun a bit, but it does get recruited by riflemen. But direct hit there on the gun itself again. And the gun itself fully goes down.
Your order, sir? Ready.
So the AT guns over here does find a hit, but those roll a bounce.
Taking AT fire. Get us out of here. Sir, ready.
Got some artillery mines being deployed on as well, though, which can take out those Greyhounds.
Squad ready to deploy.
Of course, it requires them to run them over. The senior mortar does connect. Not getting a whole lot of damage done, however. What the hell? That's 4 artillery pieces back at home. That is actually quite dangerous. We'll go switch to the US player. Now, I suppose he does have a lot of population room at the moment. But still, that's sort of absurd. And he is sort of lacking riflemen. Getting some more riflemen wouldn't be half bad idea to actually capture the sectors and to spot for the artillery. But why 4 artillery pieces? That's absurd. Because right now the Panzer Grenadiers could just go around and capture points. In fact, the fact he didn't capture this point a long time ago is a bit problematic.
Kampfgruppe Grenadiers. Your capturing speed has increased the enemy's advances on our victory point.
Where's that fire coming from?
Riflemen are going to capture that point, but they do receive a nice and deadly mortar hit. Looks like the mortar half-track course has been rebuilt and does receive a hit there. Rifleman's almost fully got wiped there. At this point, guy is laying down some teller mines, which I suppose the amount of munitions he has, might as well spam them out everywhere. Just have one Panzer Grenadier go around deploying out landmines.
Tank is upgraded and ready for combat.
Good hit there on the rifleman squad. The flint also prevents them to overrun the Panzer Grenadiers anytime soon. But if the amount of artillery he has deployed on now, he simply has no field control. Nothing can test those VPs. Also, the amount of munitions he has stored up, no reason why not use armor-piercing rounds basically every single engagement. Ooh. Does find a telemine there, and there goes a Greyhound. He does have an AT gun here, and that's an AT gun here, and that's an AT gun here, but we're seeing mortar hits, and there goes. There's no more Greyhounds out in the field, no armor, so the ATSers are just very resilient turrets.
We are losing a sector. The enemy has cut down an infantry unit.
Good hit there. They were quite bunched up trying to go around this corner. The Panzer player is quite low in manpower. He has plenty of munitions, so no reason why not to get G43s on all of his squads. Honestly, would a 2-2-1 for going around capturing points wouldn't be half bad. Against all the AT guns around the region, probably not.
Scheiße. The enemy is stealing a victory point from beneath our noses. The enemy has destroyed one of the Kampfgrupp's vehicles.
The mortar half track was relatively important, but the amount of artillery in the area, it's hard to keep that thing alive. Riflemen are seeing some fire there, but the amount of artillery support they have, and they can capture the point. Good hit there, getting one of the Panzer Grenadier models. Does get a squad wipe there as well. Gansu are getting some shots off. He has constant artillery support. This one has been captured. There's a triple capture against the Panzer Lead player, but he does have more tickets still. Every time he fights, he has to keep moving. It should be relatively safe to capture the VP. Someone may be lagging out a little bit. And he may have lagged out of the game itself. Or quit.
300 points.
You have a little of a slow end. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching and signing off. And on to the next replay. Yep, that game wasn't exactly super entertaining, even though, yeah, it just wasn't really super entertaining. Nothing too crazy, I would say. Let's go for a 2v2. Here we go. Here's a 2v2. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Rules 1 replay. Spawn on the right side as the US player, we have Death Machine. Spawn as teammate as the Brit, we have Kiesman. Spawn the opponent as the Wehrmacht player of HJ the Man. And his teammate as the Panzer Elite player, we have Brutal Hummel. So hopefully he goes for Hummel, because that's what his name suggests. Scorched Earth is very likely as well. Team game, Scorched Earth really does shine out. We do got two engineers here going for a Jeep. Scope rifles pushes way forward. Likely to see a lieutenant into another infantry section. Nope, we're going with lieutenant into a pack up. He's eyeing to perhaps capture up this munitions point here. This is a cutoff point, so is this one here. But of course, you don't need to be worried about cutoff points. You need to capture the sector into establish your HQ. Kind of grad up here, not engaging anything yet, just capturing some points now. He does advance towards this fuel point, trying to capture that fuel point. Kind of grads pushes his way forward. We'll spot the lieutenant. The HQ command truck is pushes his way forward. And does not get the what's it called? The decapture in time with the Kettengrad. He will spot the HQ command truck. This point is being decaptured. And now being decaptured by the Kettengrad, being recaptured, now decaptured. Designated marksman has been deployed out right there. Trying to push forward with his command truck here. He is in sector now, but he does not get the setup. He's going to have to recapture at that point. Actually, no, he's going pretty far forward towards this sector here, being captured by... Or, nope, maybe cancel? Oh, this is going to be set up on the low ground here. He's perhaps eyeing a forward defensive position right here. Jeep being repaired up by the engineers. Down south, we've got the Schimwagen advancing, forcing back the engineers. Over here, we've got some riflemen being deployed. And more engineers perhaps eyeing for some wire. Nope. Scope rifle is trying to push his way forward to this cutoff point, but it's cutting off nothing at the moment. And we do have an MG42 deployed on here, trying to help maintain this munitions point here. Jeep does spot... No, that's... Jeep didn't spot anything. Jeep spots his ally. MG42 is behind some light cover. Kaliningrad is getting repaired on up by the Panzer Grenadiers, and the MG4, no, that's Schimwagen does find these riflemen.
Taking the field.
Fresh infantry section has been deployed on out.
Munitions point is
And the
out.
scope rifles are capturing up this viewpoint over here. Panzer Grenadiers coming to respond. 3 Panzer Grenadiers. The 2 G43 squad is down to 2 members as well. He may use suppressive fire ability there with the G43 squad, but right now they're behind some heavy cover. He does use the designated marksman there on the G43 squad, so he will need to fall back with it, but he's going to gamble with it with a little bit with its extra health. And does fall back there now. Do have some Volksgrenadiers here supporting the MG42 Schimwagen. Riflemen burst behind the building, avoiding the line of sight blocker. Do have the infantry half track deployed on out. There's 5 models in there, so there's 2 squads. He does spot this other infantry section squad here that is in friendly territory, so it's not being slowed down a bit, but does get suppressive fire from the MG42. Jeep engineer in the region, but will be forced back by the Volksgrenadiers. Machine gun placement has been deployed on out right here, suppressing down the Volksgrenadiers. And we also got some tank traps as well. Over here, the scope rifles are backing away from the infantry half track, but they will need to do a full retreat at this current rate. They do a full retreat, and they do retreat back south rather than north. Kaliningrad will spot this lieutenant. The lieutenant does capture the point in time, so then interrupt it and decapture it.
One of our sectors.
And we also got some wire being deployed on down to support the tank traps.
Forces are trying to overrun
Schimwagen trying to body block away from the riflemen, away from the pioneers. Their work is quite delicate. You don't really want to be interrupted when laying down razor wire.
Jerry's hitting one of our forward sectors.
And there goes Schimwagen to that sticky bomb. Very
Supply lines
nice.
are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Field support truck has been deployed out on this munitions point, so is eyeing for more and more munitions income. He may be going for Royal Artillery, could be going for Royal Engineers. Both of them have some good munitions sink. So does Commandos. Honestly, all of them have good munitions sink. Navy RE, artillery, and more artillery. Over here, MP40 squad making their advance, forcing away the Jeep. And the Rifleman squad here is getting some good damage in as well. Rifleman squad does fall soft retreat on the far side of the building. Panzer Grenadiers push the way forward up north.
Attacking our supply.
Trying to hit these infantry sections here. Kaliningrad eyeing to capture the field point as well. These guys are not in sector, so they do have slowdown effect. That blue bar is representing this sector here and not this sector.
We have a territory cut off from supply.
Intersection will need to fall back. They're way too wounded. They're right now prone to being wiped. They're severely wounded. Still prone to being wiped with the 2-2 nearby. 2-2's in hot pursuit, trying to get the squad wipe there. It should be no problem for that 2-2 to get the wipe. AF goes down, unable to get the reinforcements off in time. US player has deployed out a sniper. Does find a kill there on that MP40. Must have been the MP40 Volk. And we do have a bunker here that could be for a casualty recovery bunker, based on its positioning. Engineer squad here will get overwhelmed. Has captured that point there. Schimwagen and scout car engaged in this rifleman squad. The rifleman squad is severely wounded, prone to being wiped. 30 cal emplacement is still in the area. And there goes the sniper. We do have a landmine right here. Could be spotted by the armored car, by it driving over it. And also, we've got 2 Panzer trucks loaded in the back of this half track. Perhaps eyeing to destroy some of this infrastructure here.
Front lines are collapsing.
Engineers will be trying to force back the Minesweeper. The Minesweeper does not decapture the point in time. The forces are quite wounded. The Minesweeper needs to fall back sooner rather than later. Seriously, the Minesweeper is a sneeze away from death. I don't think it can get any lower than that. Now up here we do got some Piats, 2 squads of Piats pushing their way forward, trying to engage some of these light vehicles. The Panzertruck half-track is still in the area. And we've got US 30 cal deployed on out inside this garrison. Piat squads pushing their way forward. And 30 cal's starting to engage, forcing back that Volksgrenadier. They get the wipe there on that Volksgrenadier. Nope, they did not. Oh, they still get the wipe there on the Volksgrenadier, but no, the Piat teams do not take him out. We do have a casualty recovery bunker here, as well as allow them to get some reinforcements. Much needed reinforcements for the MP40 Volk squad. US sniper right here, spotting. We do have a armor command truck being deployed now. He's going straight for perhaps some Cromwells. PS2 connecting, some great work there.
Troops ready to fight. I'm going to find my own time. Go ahead, send your message. Take an effective fire.
On the left side, we've got the scope rifles. Maybe get some good hits there on the Panzergrenadiers. Armor command truck has employed on out. Kaliningrad is camouflaged, so he has gone for Luftwaffe ground forces. PS2 can rain on in, do not get any kills there. More and more Piats raining on in, then P40 Volks going back to the casualty recovery bunker for reinforcements. We have got a regular grenadier right here to engage these sappers. Does knock around his own force, his teammates' grenadier. Got the US sniper still in the region. Kaliningrad trying to hunt down that sniper. And there is a landmine right here by the US player. These forces start to make their advance. Could get overran. The MP40 Volk squads is also advancing. Captains now in this region. Thought I heard it. Yep, we've got some officer artillery on in, so we've got Royal Artillery being selected. 30 cal getting some good damage in. Perhaps could use armor-piercing rounds. I think that's armor-piercing rounds have been utilized by the US player.
We are losing a strategic sector.
So we got Royal Artillery. The US player has selected doctrine, not sure what though. I think there's, yeah, For the Fatherland just have been active, so it's defensive and Luftwaffe ground forces, so both players can pull out Flak 88s eventually. Landmine, Wehrmacht landmine has been spotted right there. Armor cars making their advance, trying to get some good damage there.
Down.
Enemy unit down, that's likely from the 30 cal, I'm assuming. Not sure, exactly sure what went down. MJ42 is set on up, suppressing down these forces. US sniper is starting to engage. I'm not sure on... There we go, the sniper's engaged in the Grenadier. Those fall back with all of those forces. Piats do fall on back. He's getting more and more casualties recovered, so we'll get another infantry section if he recovers one of these. Oh, it looks like the Kaliningrad went down, and still camouflaged. A very sneaky corpse it is. PS2 rain on in, rolling some misses there. We've got 3 armored cars in the mix. A bit of my drink that went down the wrong pipe, so sorry about that if I hear me coughing a little bit. Does detonate that landmine there, probably with a miss PS shot. Fresh Cromwell has been deployed out in the field. Perhaps trying to engage this mortar half-track. Another US sniper has been deployed on out. Got it there on the armored car. Armored car does go down. Mortar half-track is now under siege. These armored cars are not going to do much versus Cromwell. The AT gun's not facing the right direction. For the Fatherland has been activated. Wehrmacht sniper is in the mix as well. 2 MP40 full squads. They need to charge forward. Sniper remaining to fall back. Sniper does get gunned down there, perhaps trying to get the kill down the lieutenant, and now we've got the artillery barrage on top of the last known location of the sniper. We're covering up one more casualty here. That will give him free grenadier. Free grenadier here with For the Fatherland activated. And Mia gets forced back by some snipers.
Enemy unit down.
Does take out another Kettengrad there. Best use Birkentigas recover the Kettengrads. Pantrax do get some shots off. One does connect there on the Cromwell. The Cromwell, it's the infantry half-track itself is quite wounded. Fires a shot off there and there, but misses. Continues getting some great damage in. Pushing forward with his snipers. And now the bunker's now under siege. We do have a Staghound out as well. So he has 1 Staghound, 1 Cromwell. A lot of infantry in this region. 2 Grenadier models do go down as well. So right now the Allies have a massive force in the center of the map. Captain's pushing away forward, but does immediately fall back, trying to avoid the Volks Grenadiers. And it looks like the headquarters command truck actually deployed and redeployed, or packed up and unpacked. Not sure why. Maybe to retreat these guys way back here. The Treehouse Center would be very useful for healing.
Losing a munition sector.
2 US snipers hitting these Volks Grenadiers. Because he did cut a bit of the wire there. Maybe blew it open with the AT gun. No buildings destroyed, so it probably was cut. Over here we do have the repair engine sappers engaging these forces, but the Panzer Grenadiers and regular Grenadiers will force them back.
That should get you back in the war.
Riflemen receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Overall, both sides just sort of probing around, not making any major commitments. There was some sort of rifle grenade fire there, or I'm not so sure what exploded there. Patrick does connect, but does receive 2 sniper shots immediately. We've got a repair bunker here, but they need stoves or something to engage the infantry as well. They just need a bit of everything. Those PX are being very problematic, keeping these 2-2s away from these forces. A medic or repair engineer model does go down there. Grenadiers could potentially throw a grenade, but they're severely wounded and may actually get wiped. They do get wiped there. Ooh, and more pioneers go down. Those may have been some repair pioneers, though. Staghound's making his advance.
Enemy unit down.
Bunker severely wounded, will likely go down to the next AT gun shot too, but no, the P8s do take it out. Cromwell's making his advance with the Stag Hound and a Firefly. Mix of everything. Does find a landmine there. Oh, those are some butterfly bombs that dropped in the mix of it.
We're losing a munitions point.
Infantry half track with the Pantrix are still roaming around. Down south, we've got the AT gun engaging the MG42. And now some Panthers being deployed now by the Panzer Lead player. MG42 does fall back away from the snipers. Up north, the armored command truck has been packed up trying to avoid the Panthers. Does spot it there, and now using the engine governor upgrade. Trying to escape on out there. We do got the AT gun rolling around. But the armored command truck is severely wounded right now. And does not save the armored command truck there. Very, very good pick there. .30 cal has been redeployed, forcing back the Volkssturm Jaegers. Panthers trying to avoid the P8 fire, but does send some good hits there onto the P8s themselves. One of these Panthers now have Veteran C1. They need to continue running away, because you never know when stuff may pop up. That's just the Firefly. Multiple rearmor hits there and does get a damaged engine crit. Stayed around for far too long. Panthers starting to charge on forward, trying to engage that Firefly. And this Panther does go down. The carcass can be recovered by a Bergantiga. Now got off map how to shoot from the US player. Actually, no, that's not off map how to shoot. That's the Brits infantry artillery. The US player I don't think has selected that doctrine just yet.
Enemy unit down.
Another armored car goes down thanks to the flank of the Stag Hound and Cromwell. And good hits there onto the Cromwell.
The enemy stands at 300 points.
Does wipe out that squad there, very nice. And does miss that butterfly bomb there that could have wiped out that rifleman.
57 mil at your service.
Oh. PS do kill off that carcass. Is the other carcass destroyed? No, it's not. P8 squad here, however, needs to fall back. They're way too low in health. Try to go for a landmine, but not enough health. And with the advanced infantry squads, even if they're at full health, it's not going to go down. Carmel's trying to make their advance, trying to get some good hits in, and he does. Pantrick does roll a miss there.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
And he's not eyeing to overrun that AT gun, just trying to force it back and capture the sector. There's a landmine there, but that's a British landmine. Panther maybe on to push his way forward. Is crushing some of the terrain as well, which could be useful. Infantry half track can't tangle with a AT gun at point blank.
Enemy unit down.
And the infantry half track does go down there. Wehrmacht sniper has 4 kills. US and Wehrmacht sniper are very, very close to each other.
Our war machine is raring to go.
Allied war machine course now available. engineer squad does go down. And a good hit there onto the sappers. Flak 88, of course, has been deployed on out. Multiple good hits there on the sapper squad. They were very, very bunched up.
Cover me!
Rifleman squad has all of its members, are a little bit wounded. 30 cal getting some great suppression this year, and does fall back there. Allied War Machine has been selected. The only doctrine we know about all the players' doctrine yet: defensive, Luftwaffe versus Royal Artillery, and armor. Let's keep the Wehrmacht players selected so we know about the battle phases. I'm not exactly sure which battle phase is at. He's only got the first two structures, Tier 1 and Tier 2. Good hits there onto the Panther.
We have completed repairs.
Good hits there. Panther now receives a fire from these Fireflies. Butterfly bombs also being called on in as well. Panther's pushing way forward. We've got some officer artillery now raining on in as well, getting some great damage there on the Panther. Panther does receive a miss there. A lot of these forces need repairs. No repair bunker. Oh, no, there's actually 2 repair bunkers in the back. That is an MG bunker, the base MG bunker. And good hits there onto the Fireflies, even damaging the engine. Now one of the Fireflies does get picked off, pushing way too far forward.
Attack our forward base.
That's just a butterfly bomb marker. Up north we do have the Fulgen Makers getting suppressed down by the MG, the 30 cal. Armor car smushes his way forward. Maybe he'll get the kill there on the captain. Does get the kill there on the captain. And direct hit there onto that model. I think that may have been a sniper, or could have been a support crew there, but there goes one of the 222s. Calliope barrage raining on in. Looks like it's largely whiffed.
Sieg.
The Wehrmacht sniper's down the wall, has 1 kill, so that's a fresh Wehrmacht sniper.
We're under fire, my God!
Doesn't get the draw there. Needs to make sure the guy is facing towards this direction so he's able to get the quick draw there on the US sniper. And the MP40 Volks are just charging forward trying to find that US sniper. Does fall back right there. Ken Grant pushes his way forward, may spot the sniper there. And if he was really paying attention, the blocked movement speed would have alerted him that Kettengrad was there, but may have not. Wehrmacht sniper does get a kill there on the AT gun, and they're trying to back away. Up north, we do have the Firefly still at full health. Now it's no longer full health thanks to this Panther.
We have 200 points.
Armor cars pushes his way forward. Nope, does not get any kills there on the Rifleman. Flak 88, however, himself has received quite a bit of fire. There may be a 25-pounder. Nope, Sexton or Priest. Lieutenant out on the field receives a fire there from the Panther. The Panther does, of course, roll a miss with its gun. Calliope's trying to engage the Panther. Getting some good hits there. Lots of good hits.
Our base is under attack.
Looks like there's 2 priests out in the field, 2 Calliopes. There's a lot of artillery for the allies. The Axis player spawn need to get a bunch of Panthers, perhaps maybe another wave or 2, and perhaps the Wehrmacht player can spawn 2 more in himself
The enemy
to
advances.
help overrun those artillery pieces. But we've got now 2 Fireflies and a Cromwell out on the field as well. The Flak 88 has been decrewed but not killed. And it's being recruited up now. He needs it as more than ever because the Firefly is now advancing. 2 Panther trucks are coming engage the flanks. One there's a loiter now available. The HS-129B3 Overwatch. Flak 88 getting some great hits there at point blank range. Pioneer is not going down just yet. Cromwell trying to run away. Flak 88 is down. Cromwell is just going to try to get that rear armor there. Main gun destroyed there on the Firefly. Theater was dropped and re-picked back up. Panther trying to back away slowly. This Firefly has plenty of health remaining. We're seeing hits there, getting its overhead healed gone. Calliope Barrage raining on in against this infantry. Does get some great work in there. Firefly does go down. Panther is still quite alive, but barely. Direct hit there onto the Panzer Grenadier, wiping it out. There goes one Panther squad, but the Panther should back away. Down south, we do got a 223 here. And there was actually a good hit there on the Panthers. Another good hit there on the Panthers as well. Needs to continue to back away, going towards these repair bunkers. There are, of course, 2 of them here.
Grenadiers reporting full strength.
I hear a 30 cal.
The enemy
30 cal is
advances.
still inside this garrison. Fresh Volksschirmjägers have been deployed on out.
Volksgrenadiers hold steady.
The Wehrmacht flight doesn't have a whole lot at the moment. He, of course, has to escalate the final battle phase,
Victory reserve stand at 100 points and dropping.
so should be able to deploy out some Panthers of own. A Panzer IV wouldn't be half bad either. Something to help engage both infantry and the backline artillery. Because right now, while there are some AT guns, these artillery pieces need to be overran. There's at least one sniper. Oh, yep, there's a second one right there as well. Volksgrenadier trying to run away. Fresh Flak 88. He needs to stop building Flak 88 to get out some armor. Officer artillery now raining on in, and it's a pretty fast call down.
Lost the unit.
That stuff, guys died before even the round hit the ground.
Heavy rocket artillery. Request target coordinates. Under enemy
And
fire.
now they can bring in some. His team can now bring in some rocket artillery, but
We have
needs
only
more
50
munitions.
points in reserve, and even this is dropping.
Triple capture against the Axis players. Not like they can do a whole much. Looks like the Axis players are casting GG.
Cover his position. Was jetzt?
So they're not back in the game just yet. Looks like a light ATF track, the mortar half track went down.
You have only 25 points. You must turn the battle immediately.
Taking fire! Jawohl!
And looks like the Wehrmacht, the Panzer League player has backed up the game. And that's the end of the game. This is Android saying thank you for watching and signing off. And for right now, I need to get some lunch into me. I'll be back soon after, a little bit after noon.